Hello, everybody. You have tuned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow. I'm your host, Sergeant Rich Myers with the Indiana State Police Public Information Office. We want to thank the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance, for their continued support of the Indiana State Police Roadshow. And want to thank Tom Trial, the behind-the-scenes man, putting us on YouTube each and every week for the Indiana State Police Roadshow. Wave to the camera, Tom. Thank you very much. He's back there. You don't see him. But we do see Sergeant Anthony Emery, who is with us today. Thank you for coming in, Anthony.
More than welcome, Rich. Glad to come in again.
I appreciate you being here. So what's going on in the world of Anthony Emery? What's happening in the world of recruiting right now?
Well, you know, as always, I'm out there saving lives every day, Rich. And
protecting property and saving lives, fighting crime, suppressing evil.
Absolutely. Well,
you and Rob Hawkins. Isn't that what Rob Hawkins does daily?
I think that is. Well, that and several other things, but we probably don't want to share that with our listening audience.
Yeah, this is a family-oriented program.
It is.
We don't want to get Rob Hawkins' name out there. So, seriously, Sergeant Emery is in charge of the recruiting section of the Indiana State Police, and we're kind of in a lull, not really a lull, but it's kind of an in-between time right now.
Yeah, we have a recruit class that's just getting ready to start up here in about 10 days. So
what number is this?
This would be the 76th.
Wow, so, and yours was?
Mine was the 55th. So,
wow.
Yeah.
A little bit of water went under that bridge.
A little bit, just a little bit. And what was yours?
44.
There we go. So it just keeps it climbing, doesn't it?
Keeps going. They don't wait around on us, do they?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now with recruiting, with the aspect of recruiting, we are accepting the pre-apps right now. That is still available on the website.
And the pre-apps, you mean by that? What is it?
On the pre-app, it is you go online, www.in.gov/ISP, or simply, I tell everybody it's a lot easier. Just put Indiana State Police in any search window. It'll pop right up. Go to the Career Opportunities tab, followed by the State Troopers tab, and then you're going to see about the first link that you can click on is click here to receive notification of future selection processes.
Okay.
You open that up, it's simply just a name, address, phone number, and an email address. Put you in our database, and then we can send you email notifications as the next process opens up. Right now, we're anticipating that to either be later this fall or possibly January of 2017 before the next application opens up.
We need some bodies.
We do. And we've been pretty consistent running classes, at least a class a year. And I think we're going to continue that trend here for a while because, again, our numbers are low with attrition, with folks retiring, walking out the door. We're trying to keep up with that. And it's a little bit difficult.
So our guys are getting ready to start. They're getting ready to report. When is that again?
They'll report May 22nd.
Okay. And then our other class are the pre-apps open now, so you can, even if you're on the fence, I'm not sure if I want to go this route.
Even if you have an inkling that you might be interested, I always suggest that everybody fill out the pre-app because all it does is going to generate an email and say, hey, we are now accepting applications. It's going to provide you that link to the online application and give you the submission deadlines. If you're not interested, when that email comes in, hit the delete button. No harm, no foul. We're not going to chase you down and go, why didn't you fill this out?
Yeah.
It's just simply a tool there for you and for us to be able to keep contact with you and send out some information as the process moves along.
What time frame are you looking for on this academy? How many weeks do you recall?
This academy is, I think, 22 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
They're normally between 21 to 24 weeks. And again, everyone said, I get the question all the time, why does it change? Does the curriculum change? Curriculum rarely changes much. They might just do some shifting, but we are housed at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, so it's not our facility. So we have to kind of work around the basic academies. The conservation folks are out there as well.
Right.
So again, we kind of have to work around their schedule. So you'll get the same curriculum, the same number of hours of training. But what we'll do is, like if you go 21 weeks versus 24, you're just going to have some longer days in there. So you may have some night classes thrown in to make up for that time, to make it up. I'm one of those, train me 10 or 12, 14 hours a day. Let's get me out in 21 instead of 24.
Right.
But again, you're going to get the same amount of hours of training and all the same material.
And it's Monday through Friday?
It is. You get to go home. You'll usually get kicked out of there about Friday around 4 p.m., 4:30 in the evening, and you don't report back until Monday morning at 7 a.m. And so, again, you get your weekends off, and that's nice because it's pretty high-stress academy, very physical, very demanding. So, again, get those folks some weekends off, get home, kind of get away from it for a little bit, disconnect.
Well, good. So, get your pre-app in. Again, like I said, the easiest way is just Google or any search engine, Indiana State Police. Go to the Career Opportunities site. And not only do you work with recruiting for us, but also the Capitol Police section has a place there also, right?
Sure. Capitol Police, we got those applications up just about year round. And I tell everyone, especially the retired law enforcement, as a matter of fact, I just sent out a notification to Marion County and all the surrounding county law enforcement agencies. I think we had about 147 in total that I sent a letter out with a flyer. Any law enforcement folks out there that are current law enforcement that are thinking about retiring this year or who have retired in the last 4 or 5 years, as long as you still have that, we can get you that law enforcement certification. So really, we're looking at that 4-year mark. If you've retired in the last 4 years, this is a perfect opportunity for you to pick up a job, to come in and do something that you're comfortable with already doing, come in and work for Capitol Police. Also, it's a great tool and opportunity for folks who want to get their foot in the door in law enforcement. If you're young and you're wanting that job, come in. If you think you might want to be a trooper, come in, apply for that Capitol Police section. You can get a job there, get hired, get picked up, and that gives you an opportunity, and I hate to use this word, but I'll throw it out there, to kind of prove yourself to the agency. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't like that term, but really it's kind of a good way to put it. Come in and show us what kind of an employee you are. Mm-hmm. When we're hiring folks out here that we don't know, all we can go by is the paperwork we have in front of us, what other folks are telling us. But if you come in, you walk in the door as a CPS officer, you come in here and work for a year or 18 months, we can see that, hey, you're a great employee, you're showing up on time, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're trainable, you're teachable. And again, that would give you a huge leg up on coming in and getting hired in that trooper process.
For the folks out there, explain a little bit what we're talking about here. And the Capitol Police is a section of the Indiana State Police, but they're quite a bit different, really. Right.
Well, the Capitol Police, they were their own kind of law enforcement agency for quite some time, and about 10, 12 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood, they actually moved them over and made them a division of the Indiana State Police. And I get the question all the time, are Capitol Police officers troopers? And the answer is no.
Right.
You are a police officer. You have full law enforcement powers, but it is a separate division of the state police. And with that being said, you'll go through the ILEA Basic Academy, which is a 16-week program. You'll get certified through there, an FTO program with Capitol Police. Those folks are responsible for basically any state facility or property downtown Indianapolis. So we have the government centers, we have the state capitol, we have the state museum, we have the Indianapolis Zoo, the canal area, a war memorial. So those folks are out there. You'll see them out there. The cars look very similar to the Indiana State Police. Got a little different decal on the door shield, and also uniforms just a little bit different. They do wear a campaign hat. But those folks are out here, and their main priority and function is the safety and enforcement of laws on and around Indiana State property downtown Indianapolis. So those folks right here, they do make traffic stops. They do arrest folks. But again, their main focus and primary area are those properties that belong to the state of Indiana here in Indianapolis.
Now, if a person became a Capitol Police officer, can they lateral into a state trooper?
Well, what they'll have to do, they will go through the process just like everybody else. And but again, you will have that leg up just because we know who you are. You're already an employee of the Indiana State Police. We know who you are, how you work, what your work ethic is. So again, it gives you a leg up. Unfortunately, you will have to go through the academy again. Everyone that comes in through the state police basically starts back at ground zero. I was a police officer before. You were a police officer before. Mm-hmm. We've all been out there and went through other academies for cities or counties. And with the state police, so everybody comes back and starts at ground zero again. You go through the academy day one, just like everybody else. Okay. So again, some people think that that's terrible. At the time, I kind of thought it was. I think you did as well. But again, you're just getting that much more training, that much more education. So again, it just kind of helps you out. Puts you back on the same playing field, though.
These folks at the Capitol Police, though, I know they're pretty much a police department within themselves. They have bike patrol, they have K9, mm-hmm. they have detectives. So there's a way to go into different aspects besides just the patrol officer also.
Right. And I do want to say this. I almost sound like I'm saying, hey, come and use this as a stepping stone. Mm-hmm. And I'm guilty of that sometimes, of saying that. But let me remind you, there are folks that are there, fantastic folks that have been there for 30 years. Yeah. There are folks that come in and do exactly what I'm saying. They come in and they think, hey, I'm going to join Capitol Police, and then I'm going to apply for the trooper's position a year or 2 years down the road. They get into Capitol Police, they never leave because they love it. Good organization, good folks there. And again, you get in there and some folks absolutely love it. That's more their cup of tea, and so they want to do it. But you're absolutely right. There are career opportunities, promotions and lateral that they can go into. Again, the bomb dogs. I know you're part of
Yep.
the bomb squad team, but they have the canines that go around checking out for explosives. And again, when you think about it, makes sense because
Yeah.
they're in charge of all of these facilities where that could potentially be a threat out there.
And to find out more information on them, I'm sure their pay scale and everything that kind of tells about them is also
Absolutely.
available.
You're going to go to the same website. You're going to go to www.in.gov/ISP, or again, simply search Indiana State Police. You're going to go to the upper left-hand corner of the Career Opportunities tab, and when you click on that, you're going to have several different opportunity or different tabs to choose from, and one of those are going to be Capitol Police. Click on that. There's going to be a pay scale there. There's going to be the minimum requirements to come in, the eligibility requirements. There's going to be some job descriptions, going to tell you more in depth exactly what they do. Something I want to point out, though, a big difference between Capitol Police and Indiana State Trooper.
Okay.
Indiana State Trooper, you have to be less than 40 years of age at appointment, and that is your graduation date.
Okay.
With the Capitol Police, there is no maximum age requirement on that or restriction. So again, if you're 42 years old, 44 years old, we got a lot of folks come out of the military after 20 years. They don't meet that 40-year age requirement for the state police. The
Right.
Capitol Police does not have that restriction in place. So that is another opportunity for you to go in there and serve the state of Indiana.
And you're also going to have your uniforms paid for.
Absolutely. The state police is fantastic about providing everything. You know, we used to always say they give everything but your underwear.
Right.
Well, we're pretty close to that still,
Yeah.
where we are today. When you think about
Yeah.
it, there's not much that they don't issue us.
Pretty it.
Because again, it goes back to, a uniform is exactly that. It is uniform with everyone. So they want everyone looking the same, dressed the same, the equipment all the same. So again, they're providing everything for you. So they provide your weapons, your duty belt, all your gear on your belt, your shirts, your pants, your shoes, your boots, jackets, ties, the whole 9 yards.
Firearms.
Basically, firearms. You're basically showing up. You need a pair of socks, underwear, and a T-shirt when you come to work for the Indiana State Police.
Well, it's good information to have. Again, go to the Google. You can Google Indiana State Police, and on the left-hand side, career opportunities. It will tell you all about that. As a matter of fact, that includes the civilian applications that are also available out there.
Yeah. Now, our civilian applications, they're going to be listed, and you're going to concentrate on the Indiana State Job Bank. And again, if you put that right in the search window, just put Indiana State Job Bank. All civilian positions, including the Indiana State Police civilian positions, are going to be listed on that job bank. And something I point out to people, last time I looked, I think there were just over 3,000 jobs available for the state of Indiana. If you're unemployed, go to the Indiana State Job Bank. There are some fantastic job opportunities there, not only with the Indiana State Police, but all agencies across the state of Indiana in every county. They're available in every county of the state. Good pay, great benefits, great organization to work for when you're talking about the state of Indiana. Another thing I want to mention, and sorry to kind of redirect and steer you here, but got me thinking when we click on that tab, the career opportunities, and we start thinking about these different tabs. The other one's the internship tab. Great opportunity there for our college students that are out there that are needing an internship. A lot of college programs, especially when you're talking about anything in public service. So you're talking about environmental affairs, public safety, criminal justice, any of those types of programs. A lot of those are requiring an internship. And if you're looking for a college internship, that's another tab that's available on there. Click on the career opportunities followed by the internship tab. The Indiana State Police offers a fantastic internship opportunity for folks interested in law enforcement. And what I tell everybody that comes through, I participate a lot myself and Sergeant Katie Salzman. She's the coordinator for that program. She and I put that program together back about 3 years ago, never dreaming that we were going to have the great response that we've had. But I tell everyone that comes in for that orientation as well, this is an opportunity for you to come in, do this internship, and say, absolutely, positively, this is the career for me.
Right.
Or absolutely, positively, this is not the career for me.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, this academy that starts here in just about 10 days, we have 11 folks attending that academy that were prior interns with the Indiana State Police.
Wow.
So again, another fantastic statistic thrown out there. As you know, we've had this discussion before about a very large dropout rate of our academy because it is physically demanding, high stress. Again, it's hard on folks.
Yep.
So we have quite a few folks that say, hey, once I get there, I'm quitting. Until the last class, we had 100% graduation rate with all college interns that interned through the Indiana State Police. We had one last class that received an injury, and she could not finish the academy.
Not that she didn't want to.
Not that she didn't want to, right. She actually received a physical injury that kept her from it. But we have a 100% graduation rate on those folks because they come in, they experience the Indiana State Police, they see it for what it is, they know what's going to happen. The academy is not the job, and they're going to go out there, they see the light at the end tunnel, and they know what that reward's going to be.
Well, that's great. Well, Anthony, we've talked ourselves out of time, but I appreciate you jumping in here and being with me today.
Always said the fastest 15 minutes in radio.
There you go. Again, you've been listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance. I've had with me today Sergeant Anthony Emery with the Indiana State Police recruiting section. Go to the Indiana State Police website, look up those job opportunities. They're available throughout the state of Indiana. Again, thank you for listening. We'll catch you next week. Roadshow out.